When I was born, I don't remember much about it, but when I must have been between then and when I was 3, my mother developed cancer, and my father was out of work because there were hard times in those days, there was a recession and that, and he went, he just got his work back again on board one of the ships going from Liverpool, travelling, I don't know where, but he contracted an infection and got septicemia, and he died. And then in that time, before I was 3, my mother must have died as well. And after my parents died, as I say, I was placed in an orphanage, and my relatives from Wales, my grandmother and my father's elder sister, wanted me, so they placed me with my father's sister, my Auntie Kate. My auntie was lovely, she was very gentle. The whole house spoke Welsh except to me, but through living and hearing them speaking it all the time, I knew exactly what they were saying, and I could speak a little bit of Welsh, not a lot. In the evening, my auntie, she took me to her chapel where she went to. It was called Capel Gwynfor in the Welsh saying of it. And and occasionally after we went to chapel, we'd go to the Salvation Army and hear them singing, because we used to like that. It was more happy-clappy than the churches and the chapel, you know. We had evacuees came to stay, not in our house, but because we wouldn't have had any room, but they stayed next door, as I say, and the houses went like that. One night, the young children in the road and the street on the terrace were all sitting on the steps having ghost stories. And my auntie said to me, she said, I was in the house with her and she could hear them. She said, Betty, come on, we'll play a trick on them. So she went round the back, came round like that, had a big white sheet over her when she got near and was walking up and going, whoa, whoa. Well, you've never seen such a scattering of the children in all your life. I did, like I say, have my half-sister in Liverpool, and she used to write to me and send me presents at Christmas. Always wanted a handbag for a present, which she used to send me. And this particular time, she decided that she wanted to come and see me. The war had finished, I think, then, yeah. So she came over to stay, and I was outside my Auntie Grace's house, who kept the hens, to tell her that the cockerel had gone out, got free, and was flying all over the bonk, which we call the bonk, and it was a vicious thing, and it would attack anybody who would. So I was there telling her this, and this lady was standing by me, telling her, she said, I think I know who you are, and it was my sister from Liverpool. My mother's youngest sister lived in Southport for a long time. She married a Southport man, and she decided that she would come back to Southport to live and buy a house here. She said to me, Betty, if you want to come and live with me and work in Southport, you can. So I said, well, that'd be nice. So I came and lived with her. She was very kind to me. She had a little girl, and I helped to look after the little girl. Then I decided I'd like to go back nursing. And there was an advert in the paper, I think, for nurses doing 2-year training called State and Road Nurses. It was more a practical nurse. But I did like it. During the training we went to Newhall, which was a TB hospital, and we did about 3 months there. And then we did another 3 months at the Children's Convalescent Hospital in Hawkshead Street, which I quite liked as well. I had a friend, a Yorkshire friend. She was a State and Road nurse as well, and we worked together. And I used to go and visit her. She had a flat, and I went to visit her this day in her house, in her flat, and her boyfriend was coming round. And who should he bring with him but a friend he'd been playing snooker or something with. And this friend put his head round the door, bald, but a great big grin, a lovely happy face. And he said, oh, I'll walk you to the bus stop, which he did. Then he asked me if he could take me out, and I said yes. And we grew very fond of each other. And he was a lovely, lovely man. And he was so outgoing, it's unbelievable. And I was usually quiet and shy. We sort of complimented each other. And so we got married. He also was a very keen sportsman. He played for the YMCA, and he played cricket for them, he played football for them, he played badminton for them, and he played snooker for them, and table tennis. And eventually got me to go to the YM, and I used to play table tennis for the ladies' team. On this last year, he used to love watching the holiday programmes on the television. He said that was his holiday. But I said, come on, we want to go on holiday. Let's go for a cruise, you know. And so he decided that we would go for a cruise. And we went for a 10-day cruise on the Canberra cruise ship. And we had a lovely time. And we sat on a table with 6 other people, 3 other couples. And one of the couples wasn't married, they just lived together. And Doug was teasing them, he was a tease, and he was a really outgoing man. He made friends wherever he went. And he said, I tell you what, you know I'm licensed to marry people. I can marry you if you like, I promise you. And the students we had, when we were having holiday flats, they were lovely. And we've got cards and cards and cards saying how well we've been looking after them and how lovely the flats were and how much they appreciated it. I'm 83 now, and I don't mind if I go, you know, whenever I go, as long as I'm not in pain. Because God's been good to me, he has, you know, he's really been good.
Character.